Bastogne, Belgium, sits quietly in the rolling Ardennes today. But in the winter of 1944, this town was the center of one of the most desperate battles of World War II. The roads that now carry tourists once carried wounded paratroopers, freezing medics, and tank crews fighting hour by hour to hold the line. The people of Bastogne endured bombardment, hunger, and fear as the German offensive closed around them, turning this peaceful place into a fortress defended by the 101st Airborne and the armored units that rushed to their aid. Our visit here wasn't just a stop on a map. It's a walk through the ground where ordinary Americans did extraordinary things. Bastogne remains one of the most powerful reminders of courage, sacrifice, and the cost of freedom. St. Peter's Church sits just off the town center near the place St. Pierre. The oldest parts date back to the 9th century, and the building you see today reflects major phases from the Romanesque and Gothic periods, with major rebuilding in the 12th, 13th, and 16th centuries. It served two critical purposes during the Battle of the Bulge: a place of shelter for exhausted soldiers and civilians, and an aid station supporting the wounded under constant bombardment. McAuliffe Place in Bastogne, officially Place General McAuliffe, is the central square dedicated to Brigadier General Anthony McAuliffe, famous for his nuts reply during the Siege of Bastogne in December 1944. It's the symbolic heart of the town's battle of the Bulge history. The Sherman tank displayed here was deployed during the engagements surrounding Bastogne. Its hull and turrets still show genuine wartime damage from those December 1944 battles. This square is where Bastogne publicly commemorates the American defense of the town. Bastogne has more American monuments per square mile than almost any town in Europe. Bastogne holds annual commemorations such as Nuts Weekend, honoring the American defenders and General McAuliffe's famous reply to the German demand for surrender. The town comes alive with parades featuring World War II vehicles, ceremonies, and candlelight vigils held by Belgian citizens who say they do this to keep the memory alive for their children. We visited Bastogne just 1 week before the 82nd anniversary of D-Day and witnessed locals walking the streets in authentic American GI uniforms. Seeing that level of respect and remembrance so far from home is truly remarkable. This photo captures one of the locals, and we were fortunate to speak with him just moments after I took it. The Bastogne War Museum stands as one of the most comprehensive and immersive interpretations of the Battle of the Bulge. The museum brought us directly into the chaos, fear, and determination of the winter of 1944. Through detailed exhibits, original artifacts, and powerful multimedia scenes, it tells the story not only of the American soldiers who held the line, but also of the Belgian civilians who endured the siege and the German forces who launched the offensive. What sets this museum apart is its perspective. Instead of presenting the battle as a distant historical event, it placed us inside it, following the experiences of soldiers, nurses, and townspeople as the German offensive closed around Bastogne. Every room, every display, every soundscape made us feel the weight of that winter and the cost of the victory that followed. As we step out of the Bastogne War Museum, the story doesn't end, it rises. Just beyond the museum stands the Martyson Memorial, a massive star-shaped tribute honoring the American soldiers who fought and fell during the Battle of the Bulge. It's impossible to miss. The memorial dominates the hilltop, overlooking the town the 101st Airborne helped save, and serves as a powerful reminder of the cost of the victory we just explored inside. The Bois Jacques, or Jack's Woods, is one of the most iconic landscapes of the Battle of the Bulge. This quiet forest outside Bastogne was once the frozen defensive line of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 101st Airborne Division. In December 1944, Easy Company and other units dug into these woods, enduring relentless artillery, snow, hunger, and isolation as the German offensive closed around town. The Easy Company foxholes are some of the most authentic and emotionally powerful relics of the Battle of the Bulge. These shallow depressions were dug by the men of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment as they braced themselves against relentless artillery, sniper fire, and the bitter cold of December 1944. Walking among them, we could still see the layout of the defensive line. Foxholes positioned to cover the approaches through the trees, each one close enough for soldiers to support one another, yet far enough apart to avoid a single shell wiping out an entire squad. The ground may be quiet now, but the shapes of these foxholes tell the story of men who endured the worst winter of the war with almost no supplies, little food, and constant bombardment. These aren't reconstructed positions. They're the original foxholes, preserved by the Belgian people as a tribute to the Americans who held this line. Standing here, we were not just looking at history. We were standing exactly where Easy Company stood, in the same woods, under the same sky, facing the same direction they faced when the German offensive pressed in around Bastogne. The foxholes are not just depressions in the ground. They're the physical imprint of the siege. They remain intact because they are protected as part of the Bulge Memorial Zone, ensuring they remain untouched. Many visiting Americans leave small flags, notes, or coins in the foxholes, not as litter, but as tributes to the American soldiers that defended this forest. Walking into this forest, the world seems to fall quiet. The trees close in, the light dims, and the wind moves through the branches the same way it did when Easy Company dug in here. The foxholes appear slowly, dark shapes in the ground, arranged exactly as they were during the siege. Each one marks where a paratrooper crouched through the night, listening for the whistle of incoming shells, waiting for the next attack, hoping the line would hold. In the stillness of the Bois Jacques, it's easy to forget the chaos that once tore through these trees. But the foxholes, the silence, and the weight of the winter that lingers here make this forest one of the most powerful reminders of what the men endured. Leaving these woods, we carried with us a deeper understanding of the courage it took to hold this line. Bastogne is a town that remembers. From the museum and memorials to the forests and fields where the battle was fought, every part of this place keeps the memory of that winter alive. The people of Bastogne honor the Americans who defended their town with a sincerity that stays with you long after you leave. Visiting Bastogne isn't just learning history, it's witnessing how deeply that history still matters. And as you walk away from these sites, you carry the legacy of those who fought here, preserved by a town that refuses to let their sacrifice fade. Thanks for joining us for this visit, and like the residents of Bastogne, may we never forget